It is the morning run. We got the D-line press conferences about to jump off. We're gonna take you there. It's Big Dog Chico. It's Uncle Neely.
I'll
Is the
take you
Lakers
there.
in trouble? Because Luca got hurt, Chico. But we're gonna do some football first. Let's go to the presses with Pun.
Big Dog Chico, Uncle Neely, runners mount up. We have the defensive line coming on right now with Coach Pun to lead off. Get right into it.
What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yeah, we just had a great practice. I challenged the guys today to come out and start fast, and they did that. We started striking from the beginning, getting off the rock, playing double teams real well. Man, just the guys answered the challenge today, and I really appreciate it. Really, really proud of them. I just love the direction we're going.
Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, I just want to first ask you, what's it been like getting that promotion and settling into this new role now?
Man, it's been very good, man. I'm very appreciative, very honored for the opportunity. I just want to thank the man above, first off, and thank Coach Prime for believing in me. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a very young coach, and Coach seen it in me. He took a whole year to experience with me and to see that I'm the fit for it. And I'm just very appreciative for him.
Hey, Coach Brian Howell, the Daily Camera. I have two questions for you. Now, first off, has your coaching style changed now that you're in that head defensive line role as opposed to maybe the GA or analyst role you've been in the past?
Just being more in conversation with the guys, just being now the guy they come to talk to with everything now. Last year role, I was just like in the back row as a GA, talking to the guys, making sure they're good to prep them for Coach Pecco. And as he did a great job. Now it's just that I'm the guy, I got to handle everything now. I got to make sure they go into class, make sure they're feeling good. Just make sure that everyday operation is up to the par and to the standard that we hold here at CU.
Second question for you is, you're not much older than these guys. You just played a few years ago. Mm-hmm. Does that make it harder for you to earn respect from
Not
guys
at all. Not at all.
Around your age?
Not at all. I think if you separate and draw that line between the players and you'll be fine. I think every guy in that, well, I know every guy in that room respect me as their coach. And then once we separate and we not in football settings, then we could joke around and do all that. But when it's time to work and we in that and we grinding, I'm coach. And they understand that and we all know what it is.
Also, two questions for you. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Same, nice to meet you.
Just curious, with so many new transfers in the room, just who's kind of stood out to you there in that group?
Man, right now, the whole group has been flashing out. There's no particular guy who's been standing out. I mean, we're seeing everybody in the room is putting good things on tape. And we're just looking forward to the fall and seeing what they do when the lights come on. But as of right now, everybody been putting a lot of good things on tape.
Also, just curious, without getting into the specifics too much, just curious, with so many different talents in the room and skill sets, do you anticipate maybe a greater mix of defensive fronts coming up this next season?
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of varieties of things we've been cooking up in the vault and as a D staff, and we're very, very excited to bring that to the front when the fall and the season starts.
Coach, you bring a lot of passion, it seems, to the job. Is coaching something that you always knew you wanted to do? Who kind of got you into this?
I'm not going to say that I always knew I was going to do this, but I always knew I was going to stay around ball because just being honest, man, ball is all I ever had. And I pour into it, and that's why I bring that passion on to me every day because this is all I got. And I treat it like this is all I got. And every day I'm going to come to work like it's my last day. I'm going to put on from Coach Prime, CU, and my family. And that's just what it is every day. It's just that passion. They bring it out of me. Like I'm getting chills right now talking about it because this is just all I got. And I love this game. And this game has done a lot for me. It changed my life.
There's some people that have kind of helped you along in this coaching journey.
Yeah, one of my mentors, big mentor for me is Coach BT Jordan. He coaches for the Dallas Cowboys right now. He's a pass rush specialist. He was the pass rush specialist for the Denver Broncos. He led them to 2 consecutive leading sack years there, and now he's going to do that when he gets to Dallas. But he's played a big role in my life, teaching me a lot of things, a lot of the in and outs into it, and it just developed me as a man also. So it's bigger than football for me.
Hey, Coach,
Coach Jake Schwanitz from DMVR. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Just what is Ezra bringing to the table so far, and is there any clarification on his eligibility for this year?
Man, Israel is very explosive, has a lot of twitch, can make a lot of plays for you within the defense. Right now, he has a situation that we're trying to figure out, and we're still working through it. But, man, I'm very excited to see what he's going to do for us in the fall once we get his situation took care of.
I want to ask you about two guys individually. First one is Quincy, who he's been on the edge, has bulked up quite a bit, and now playing with your group. What are you seeing from him as an interior lineman as opposed to?
Man, first of all, man, I love Quincy. Quincy is from from back home with me in Louisiana. But man, Quincy is taking strides in the right direction that he needs to be. He kind of had a struggle once he first moved inside, picking up the technique. But now, man, he is getting it. He is getting it, and he's definitely going to help us out this year. He's going to play a good role for us.
Santana, who I think we're going to talk to here in a little bit. He's been all conference at two different schools before coming here. Are you seeing that all conference type of player?
Definitely, absolutely. Santana is a grown man. He has a purpose in this, and he plays like it. Every time he get out there in between those lines, you could tell that he's doing this for a reason. He has a 6-year-old son right now, so that's his purpose. That's his drive. So every day, my way is to motivate him to get more out of him, man. Look at your son. Think about your son every time you put your hand in that dirt. But, man, he's doing a hell of a job for us, and he's going to be one of the guys.
I just wanted to ask you about the evaluation. Clearly, you got this job kind of late in the process comparatively to most people who would get that job. And you have a new defensive coordinator, too. So has this spring, more than anything for you, just been about evaluation, finding out what you have in that room, and then maybe when spring's over, then coming together and say, okay, this is how I want to use this.
That's exactly what it's been, because you have guys coming from all over who've learned different techniques from different coaches that we might not do here. But it's not against their last coach at all. That's just the technique they teach, but we might not do that here. And just like you said, we've just been evaluating, seeing what everybody can do, what's their strengths, what's their weakness, and now we have a good game plan for when the fall comes, is how we're going to use every single body in that room.
In that evaluation period, are there moments where you could be like, let's just say 7 practices in, some guy looks really good, and then, it's kind of like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation. Mm-hmm. So is 15 practices enough of a sample size to get
I want to say really. Well, it's half and half, really, because obviously, there are guys who, man, once he puts something on tape, that's him. But now there's guys who they might have put something bad on tape, but now they're showing good flashes. But so you can't always go with the first few practices. You got to let them get a feel for it. And then once that last practice is done, now we know who you are, because you have 15 opportunities to do it.
Coach, I just want to hear your thoughts on run defense and how you're attacking that specifically.
Man, like I told you earlier, we have a lot of different schemes, a lot of different fronts, a lot of different variety of ways that we've came all together as a staff to figure out how we're going to stop the run, and y'all going to really see it when the fall comes.
Yeah, I'm just kind of building off of that. It has been a struggle stopping the run since Coach Prime has been here. So how do you go about, all right, this year we're going to stop the run? Like, how does that work?
Coming together as a staff, finding new ways to drill the work, and different fronts, schemes, different things like that, and just putting it together and merging our brains as a defensive staff and figuring out what can we do better.
Do you feel like you have better linebacker support now to kind of help that mission?
They're ballers. They're ballers.
You being in this role for the first time, have you had moments where, maybe after a practice, like, I didn't like how I did that today. I'm gonna do that differently tomorrow?
Oh, definitely. There's always things you feel like you could get better at. I always check myself in the mirror after every day. Man, what could I have done better? What could I have what drill we could have did differently or got more out of going into all right, I know we got these plays called, so I need to work drills for these type of players that we getting that day. So it's always things you could do better. Just gotta look yourself in the mirror and self-reflect every day. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Coach, just what has been your impression working with Chris Marv and the defense that you guys are installing at this point?
Man, Coach is a leader of men. Great leader of men. Great guy, well organized, knows what he's talking about. Very, very, very passionate, and he just get the dot. He know what he got a lot going on for him. Good man. Good. He is a reason. There's a reason.
All right, last one, man. Is there a possibility that you guys might be looking to add to your position room this summer with maybe a grad transfer or somebody who's already in the portal?
Well, y'all wait and see in the fall. Y'all see what's up with that. All right, appreciate y'all.
Good evening, guys.
Just first off, welcome to Boulder. Just what's been your impression of practice so far?
Man, really fast paced and just trying to get to know the guys and then just going hard every play, like running to the ball. That's really been a big emphasis here.
Any specific goals you have for yourself this spring?
Stop the run. That's the main goal. Just stopping the run and just earning the right to rush the passer for the and being a great defense this spring.
Obviously, a lot of new faces in that room. How are you guys gelling together? How is that chemistry coming together in the defensive tackles room?
It's been great. Just getting to know each other and each other tendencies and how to play with each other. Just playing with different guys is building the chemistry.
What have been your thoughts on Coach Dante Carter and kind of his leadership style?
He's very great. He's a great coach. He's going to be hard on you. He pushes you 100% every day. He wants the best out of you. He's just going to get out of you.
What made Colorado an intriguing destination for you in the transfer portal?
Coach Prime, mainly in the NFL staff, especially Coach Pego. Before him leaving, he really made the most best impression on me, and then just getting me here.
On that, really quick, how do you deal with that? Your coach leaves, you thought you were going to play with him, and then is there a moment where you got to go, okay, and then move forward?
Yes. Here, you just got to adapt to it. Like, it's all about overcoming adversity and how you adapt to it. Just really getting to know the new coach and just changing to it and then just being with it.
And with that, what have you seen from, and I know you talked about it, but what have you seen from Coach Carter that makes you think that he's going to be the guy that will help you get to where you want to go?
Really just how much he pours into us every day on a daily basis. We walk through for about at least 30 minutes a day, just him just giving his all to us and us giving it back to him.
I guess for fans who maybe haven't got to see you play yet, how would you describe your play style and what you feel you can bring to this team?
Stop and run. I know I said that before, but really just stop and run, just create a knockback and then just letting the linebackers come down and just make the play, or I make the play. Like, I'm just not going to be the one just making the play. I'm just really helping the linebackers out and creating free gaps for them.
You started at Charleston, right?
Yes, sir.
So, for a number of years, guys would go to a college and that's where they were going to be for 4 or 5 years. And now you're on third school in 3 years. I mean, can you talk about that process of the transfer portal and how you kind of adapted to just kind of the newness of every year?
So first off, I was at Charleston. I was under recruited out of high school, and I really just always wanted to play on like the FBS level. And I really feel like I proved that at Charleston Southern. And then I went on to play at App State, and I always had the dream of playing on the P4 level. So I took the next leap, and it just took a shot at myself, and now I'm here.
Did you play with Santana at App State?
Nah, he was there before I got there. Yeah.
Who's kind of stood out to you on the defensive line and just on the defense so far?
On the defense, I'll say probably Nate Mitchell, him, and then Cree Thomas, especially that guy, and then on the D-line room, Santana, Quincy, and Tyler Moore.
How about offensively?
Chauncey Gooden, he's really stood out to me. He's probably one of the hardest working. I know he's just getting adapt to it, like playing more this year, but he's really great. He's going to be great this year.
I know you said Coach Prime was kind of the reason why you came to Colorado. What's been your impressions now having him as a coach?
He's going to be hard on you. Even like everybody say he's not around, he's around a lot. He's very hard on the DBs, and I can see that he wants the best out of us. He's going to challenge you.
As you had success last year at App State, and you're all conference and all that, what is your confidence level as you come into Power 5 level or Power 4 level and try to prove yourself now?
I'm very confident in myself. I played at when I was at Charleston Southern. We played Florida State, and I really feel like I dominated that game, putting it on film, and I really feel like I can just dominate here as well.
Anything else for Dylan? Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Y'all doing?
Adam, you want to start?
Yeah, how was your transition to life in Boulder and football, playing for the Buffs?
It's been, a little while, coming from somewhere like New Orleans to Boulder, it's very different. So, and then like the football part is also different. Like, up here in the mountains, you got to get adjusted to the altitude and stuff like that. It's just been a lot of different things, but it's been very good.
Santana, sort of as I was asking Dylan, but you're on your third team in 3 years as well. Is it weird at all when you transition to a new team, or is it more exciting and you're ready to prove yourself?
In this day and age of football, like the transfer portal, people in and out of systems and stuff all the time. So you just got to be able to adapt and be ready for what comes to you. So it's nothing different for real. Just adapting, overcoming what they throw at you.
How excited are you for that? I mean, you all conference at each your previous two schools as you moved up. How excited are you to prove yourself here?
Oh, this is what I've been dreaming for right here. That's one thing I haven't got to do on a consistent basis, is like play bigger schools. So I know that's what the scouts want to see from me, and this is where I'm gonna be able to prove it.
Yeah, when Colorado reached out to you, what did they tell you that they liked about your game that they wanted to bring into yours?
Just how I get to the ball and how I get off blocks and just attack offensive linemen. They just like the way I just play football, like all around.
I'm sure you had a lot of different offers. What was the deciding factor?
Like Dylan said, Coach Dion, Coach Prom, and the NFL style, the way he runs his program and stuff.
What are your thoughts about Coach Dante Carter and kind of what he can bring to this defensive line room?
Oh, I love Coach Carter. He's a new and young coach, so he'll get out there and he'll show you how everything's done. Like he'll get down in the stands, really, show you how everything's done, and he pours into us every day. He wants to see the best from us, and I think if we keep showing up and doing the things he tells us to do, we'll be great.
You touched on it a little bit with Matt's question, but just curious, how would you describe yourself as a player and what you feel like your strengths are?
Just a ball player. Whatever you want me to do, just tell me to do it. Ball player.
Santana, obviously, coming off the CFP experience, just first off, what was that, and how do you think that experience what do you think you can take from that to bring to the team this year?
Just getting there, wasn't enough. So, winning and stuff like that, I feel like I've seen things, different styles of football and things like that. So, with my other teammates, I can explain, tell them how it was, explain to them like situations and things like that. So, I feel like that was a good experience for me, so I can help pour into other people.
Coach was just telling us you have a 6-year-old.
Oh yeah,
right, son. So how much has that helped you mature at a young age, but also maybe giving you some drive as well?
Oh, very. From like 11th grade, I knew I had to go get it. When it's not all about you anymore, it's just different. Just how you handle yourself, how you approach different things, and you always got to think about someone else besides yourself. So that really helps me make great decisions and do what's best for me and him.
As far to that, when you become a father, you're still in high school. Was there fear in your mind that was going to derail some of your goals and the things you had for the future?
Oh no, I didn't think. Being young definitely did scare me, but just knowing like you got somebody dependent on you, it just drives you a little bit more. So.
Anything else for Santana? All right, appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Consistency wins each and every time. Let us know where you're checking in from. It's the Morning Run, Big Dog Chico, Uncle Neely, TMR live and in effect right here on the Pregame Network, brought to you by Miss Denise Smith Insurance. Make sure y'all go to DeniseSmithInsurance.com and go get you some. Unc, it's cold out here. I got my hoodie on. You know what I mean? It's the middle of the, what you say, Unc? It's the middle of the summer. I got my hoodie on. It feels
It's
like
the middle of the summer. I got a hoodie on.
It's cold, man. I woke up damn near sick. Gotta go eat some chicken noodle soup or something. But anyways, let's talk about this defensive line before we get up out of here on this Good Friday. So we can go get our groove on. First of all, Coach Pun, your main man.
First of all, Chico, it's literally Good Friday, and you talking about
Yeah,
going to get
it
your
is.
groove on. Come on, dog.
I'm talking about
Come.
going in a good way.
Could
Get our
Jesus
groove
have? Could
on.
Jesus have a moment? Could Jesus have a
My
moment?
gosh, here we go.
It's Good Friday. I'm gonna go get my groove on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like my uncle told me, Chico.
Cashews,
You know,
everything
my uncle
around me.
told.
Oh,
No, no. My uncle said Jesus died for our sins, and I'd be damned if I let him die for nothing. So I'm going to the club.
Lord have mercy.
Just tell
Good
you what my
same
uncle
uncle.
told me.
Ohio in the building. We got
I'll tell you what my
Jersey in
uncle
here.
told me.
Florida up in the building. I see y'all in the chat. Y'all keep going. Let us know where y'all checking in from. Unc, your good buddy, man. Coach Pun, Dante Carter. Out of Prairie View, A&M University. Young coach, but very passionate, enthusiastic coach. Can get down there and show the guys how it's done, can demonstrate,
Hmm.
being a former player, you always appreciate that and like that, even being a father, you can get down there and show your kids something, and they think that you just an old guy was up hurring behind Unc. They think you just a they think you just an old parent, right? And can't get things
Yeah.
done, but then you get down there and show them, they appreciate it a little bit more. Talk about Coach Dante Carter and what you've been seeing from him on that defensive line.
One, I love the enthusiasm, right? I love the passion. And you've heard Brendan Marion say, you can't fake passion. Like you either got it or you don't. And he
That's right.
has passion. And he
Mhm.
also has a high football IQ. And more importantly than having an IQ, he has the ability to teach what you know. Chico, everybody that knows stuff don't mean you're gonna be a good teacher.
Right.
Because
That's a
some
fact.
people don't have the patience, don't have what it takes to explain. So just because you're high in a knowledge category doesn't mean that you can transfer it. So with
Mm,
his passion, his football IQ, and augmented by his ability to teach, I love what these young guys are getting, from a younger coach. And as he said in the press conference, Coach Prime watched me work, for a year plus and saw what I was bringing to the table. And this opportunity, open, I'm blessed and thankful for. But he recognizes something in me. And Chico, you heard me say it on this show. You've heard me say it to players one on one. If the best that ever does it, believes in you, why would you doubt yourself?
you can't doubt yourself, dog. Excuse me.
And you
Can't
can
doubt
hear from
yourself.
Coach Pond that he believes in himself. Like he knows
Hmm.
that he has what it takes to lead this room. He's been an understudy to Pecco, been an understudy to Sap, has his own experiences with Coach BT Jordan. Shout out to Jordan and the
Yeah.
pass rush clinics he does in the off season. So he's bringing all these skill sets. And I would challenge you, anybody that doubts it, look past the age, look at the experience. And it's the experience that's going to propel him and his defensive line to stop the run, which is something we failed to do, get to the quarterback, get it back to that level when we led the conference in sacks. So I'm excited about what I'm seeing from Coach Pond, man.
Yeah. Elite pass rush specialist, BT Jordan. As he said, Denver Broncos led the league and getting to the quarterback. Now he's with the Cowboys. And if you have a guy like that, that could be your mentor that you can lean on, that you can call at any time. Hey, what drills are you doing for this? Hey, I got a guy that's not as good, with his hands right here. What can I do to help him out? You have somebody you can call
Uh,
on that has that experience.
And that's a great point, Chico, that you can call on them. But in this situation, you also get to call on yourself because you worked with them. You were
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like you, so it's like you took notes, and so you know how to do the darn thing just like he did because you learned from him. And again, Sap, Pecco, coach all the way up to Coach Prime on this defense. Rob Livingston, who was coordinator when Plum was GA. So, and you heard, you heard the question about, do you see any rubs between your age being so close to the player age? It has actually been a plus in this situation.
Exactly. Exactly. Like we said before, he can go down there, he can show them, but he can also connect with them up here mentally. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
can, man, hey, I know what y'all listening to out there. I know, I'm from the NO. Hell, he went to a prestigious high school. Shout out to my dog, Coach Nick Foster down there, also St. Augustine in Edna Car. But yeah, the players can respect that and they can understand, their coach a little bit more as opposed to some coaches just coach them up here you know, and then he can come down to that level sometimes. But like he said, he keeps it clear. I'm coach and you're a player.
Well, Chico, one of the things you understand as a former player, as a current coach and as a father, one of the first things to people under you say is, you don't understand how it is today. Like it's been
Mm,
like, I hear you, but it ain't like it was when you fill in the
yeah,
blank.
yeah.
They can't say that to him.
No doubt. Like, I'm right there. Came up the
Yeah.
same way you came up. You know what I mean?
Same thing with the safeties coach. Same thing with the running backs coach. Like you got a
Yeah.
core younger staff here that can totally relate. Coach Neal, tight end coach, with his high school experience. You know, he may
Mm-hmm.
be, in his age above the student athletes, but he was coaching younger players for an entire career and building championships. So you got an entire staff here that can relate.
Yeah. And you mentioned Coach Von Bell. I saw him same enthusiastic type presence that he has back there with the safeties that Coach Carter has with the defensive line. And he's young enough to where these players should have seen him. They probably played with him on Madden, you know, and they're like, damn, we got him right here coaching us. You know, they ain't got the big man coaching us. Hey, you're in a great position
Like you,
to
you watch
learn.
Coach Marv, you watch Coach Marv, the DC move around in practice. You're like, damn. And then I realized, oh, that's right. He was born the year I graduated from high school.
Mhm.
Like he,
He
like
he was
he's
just playing
he's
not too
young.
long ago too. Yeah, he
Yeah,
young. Moving
yeah.
around out there, jumping around, running to the probably pull a hamstring if you're not in shape enough to run out there and do what they're doing, man. So, hey, great young staff Coach Prime has assembled and put together. And also you go to the defensive lineman that we saw, Dylan Manuel and Santana Hopper, two guys who had success at smaller programs that has that chip on their shoulder. You saw Dylan mention when he played against Florida State. You saw Santana
Yeah.
mention that he needs to put on film him playing against bigger schools. So they have that
Yeah.
in their mind and they know that they have something to prove also. But two guys that had success all conference. Talk about those two young fellas.
Well, it was right here on the morning run. Seems like yesterday, but it was December, January, when the college football playoffs were going on. And I mentioned to Coach Prime live on the morning run with Big Dog Chico about the success that Tulane was having. And he was like, hey,
Yep.
and some of them coming here.
Yep.
And so you want to get guys like that who are not only hungry, but from where they were more advanced than your team was last year. Like Tulane went there. They got in that
Mm-hmm.
thing. And
Mm-hmm.
so now you have a player here who brings the individual accolades to the table, but also understands, how did we get there as a team? Did we get there a team being late for meetings? Did we get there a team leaving trash in the locker room and on the cafeteria tables? Like, what does it take, or did it take, for that organization to be successful? And you bring
Yeah.
in guys like that, and it helps you build that winning culture because they've
Yeah.
been winners.
Yep. You see a lot of NFL teams do that. They try to pull from teams that have been
Absolutely.
successful. That's why Alabama has so many draft picks. Ohio State, those teams like that that
Well,
win.
you
That's where
look
they want
at
to pull from.
since I'm right here in Colorado, you look at the many stops that Von Miller has had since the Denver Super Bowl.
Mm,
Those teams ain't really interested in him leading the league, or the team in sacks. They're interested in what he knows about championship pedigree. What should we be doing in this locker room the way y'all did it to get there?
exactly. I don't know if you saw this, but there was a video floating around from the coaches meeting, head coaches meeting in the NFL. Man, so a lot of khaki short shorts and loafers and slick back gel and stuff like that going on with these got young coaches in the league now. They all kind of look the same, kind of from the same mold or whatever. You know what I mean? Sean Payton was like the elder statesman there. What did you think about that video with the coaches out there chilling?
Missed opportunity.
Mm,
When you talk about the number of head coaching vacancies we had in the NFL this year, and you can double that, almost triple it when you look at the number of coordinator vacancies that we had this year. And not a single Brown person was hired.
mm.
Like, we got work to do. You can't tell me, that a enemy is not worthy of a job. You can't tell me that a Lewis Riddick ain't worthy of being a GM. Uh, and so when I looked at that picture, I said, well, ain't much change.
Not at all. It just looked like some type of exclusive club, and the video was shared by Joe Glazer, I think, Jay
Yeah, I
Glazer.
think that was Glazer was walking around filming
Yeah,
that.
and almost looked like a frat party or whatever. But the point where I was like, everybody kind of look the same or look related. You know what I mean? Kind of like a salt and pepper beard going on. But are they just hiring the same mold of coaches? Where's the diversity?
Non-existent, and you got to look at the proof being in the pudding, man. Like it has been proven that minorities can coach and deserve opportunities. We just got to get in there, which is so important. Even here about this staff. Don't get me wrong. Regardless of makeup, you coach and play to win. But
Mm-hmm.
you're in a unique situation right here, Colorado, where you have the head coach who's African American, and the two coordinators are African American, and you can go down the list that there are other coaches as well, but nowhere in the Power Four does just that dynamic exist, and it intensifies, underscores the importance to win. That has to translate to wins because that's the only way it's going to be replicated.
Yeah. Shout out to D'Amico Ryans, man. Uh, Other than that, man, we got a lot of things to look forward to. We got a few more practices left next week. We got the spring game on the 11th. We got prime parents coming up, even more so. Talk about next week and what we should be looking forward to headed up to the spring game.
Well, you would hope that practice 15, aka the spring game, is the best practice of all. Like today was a great practice. You heard Coach Plum say when he walked in how excited he was about today's practice from the D line perspective. I thought it was across the board a great practice and energetic. And you want Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday of next week to continue that trend. You don't want to plateau. You certainly don't want to regress or digress. You want to keep stacking good days. And as we sit here today, live on the morning run, Chico, you have three more of those opportunities, with that third one being the spring game on Saturday 11th. So I'm just looking forward to, hey, can we keep this thing rising up with each one of these practices to come?
Exactly. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. You guys know that we'll have you covered right here, the morning run, right here on the pregame network. Make sure y'all follow, like, subscribe,
Including the spring game.
including the spring game. We got something special for you guys. So y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all lock in right now and go get some merch and, you know what I mean, represent for us. Y'all need something to wear while you're watching the game. Go rep the brand. Go to UNKandCHICO.myshopify.com and get you some merch. Get you some merch. Catch up on all prime parents. Go to the playlist. You can see all of them from the past. Uncle Neely and I co-hosting the last several on this season 3. So we have a lot more to come. Stay tuned. You understand me? Get in the comments and join. All super chats will be read each and every live that we put on for you guys. All right.
Chico, big basketball weekend coming up, starting tomorrow night, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You have the women's Final Four. And then on Saturday, the men's, Final Four. Chico is number one in the brackets right now. Easky. All he needs is Arizona to pull that thing out. Arizona's who I picked to win as well. But Chico, when you look at the women's side of it tomorrow night, I'm sorry, tonight. Today is Friday. What you rocking with, Chico? You got Dawn Staley taking on Gene with UConn.
I'm gonna always rock with Dawn Staley, even though
You gotta rock with
yeah,
her.
I'm always rocking
Gene
with
is
Dawn Staley.
Gene is 38-0 this year. If he
Ooh
wins the
la.
next two, 40-0 with the national championship. Woo.
It's gonna be tough. It's going down in just a couple of hours. Then you got Texas and UCLA after that.
Yeah.
Man. I gotta go South
I'm a,
Carolina.
yeah, I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna put basketball logic to the side for a second, go with Dawn Staley as well. And then on the other side, I want to see Texas. Shout out to my homegirl right there from Jackson, Mississippi /Ridgeland, Madison Booker. Hope she has a big game.
All right. Well, we'll be watching. If y'all want to bet on it, you can go to mybookie.ag. You can see it right down there below. Bet, win, and get paid. Go to mybookie.ag and bet on the NCAA tournament. Who y'all think going to win? South Carolina, UConn, Texas, UCLA. Or go to the men's bracket. You feel me? Or NBA, live, casino, whatever it is. Go to mybookie.ag. Use the code BIWGDOWG. That's Big Dog. Also, if you ever staying in Boulder and you don't want to just be out there where it's colder, you want to be nice and warm and snuggly inside, you got to go to the Boulder Broker. Go to the Boulder Broker Hotel. Go there to their website also and book your stay. But make sure you tell them over the phone or at the counter, Uncle Neely sent you, and you'll get 20% off at checkout. You
20.
understand me? The
20.
twin. Who don't want a twin?
Mhm.
Yeah. If you get in some trouble, you need some insurance, or you just want to inquire about some insurance, you got to protect what matters the most. And that's what you do when you call Miss Denise Smith or go to her website, the new one, DeniseSmithInsurance.com. Make sure y'all hit her up 303-343-3515. No matter where you are, call her and tell her that Uncle Chico sent you, and she'll take care of you. You understand me? Yes, sir. With the bless, sir. Shout out to Andre, Coach Dre, man. We got to get Coach Dre on. You know, tell him I did a little bit better today, Unc.
Mm. Depending on how you
Coach
measure
Dre,
it.
Coach Dre look like he the type of coach that'll run up for in the ground. If they're late to practice or something, he'll run them in the ground and be out there laughing with them. You know?
And I'm about to say, and don't raise his voice doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Don't raise his voice. You know, just, hey, oh, you gonna run? Probably be out there eating some pistachios or something while he talking smack to you. Oh, you gonna run? Go ahead, run. I'm watching.
Speaking of pistachios, which are nuts.
That's right.
I know you was going nuts last night when OKC put 40 on y'all ass.
Yeah,
But I don't understand, Chico. Let me give a quick shout out, first of
It
all.
put some gray in my beard last night, Unc. I was stressed.
Let me say this to my man, Luka.
Luka.
Luka finished March with 600 points. Only been done like about 4 times in NBA history where a player scores 6. Like amazing.
Yeah.
But while down 30 plus last night, he's still in the game and looked like he tweaks a calf muscle or a hamstring or something. I haven't seen the results of the MRI. Hopefully that doesn't impact the playoffs, because even though the Lakers, your Lakers, Chico, did get trounced last night, don't nobody want to play them 4 games. Like
No, not at all.
they don't have what it takes roster wise to beat OKC. I think OKC is still proving they're the best team in the West, and as a champion, perhaps best team in the league. But the Lakers can make some noise in the playoffs. But if this injury while you're down 30 to Luka lingers into the playoffs, it's like, come on, JJ, why was he in the game?
Yeah. And it's a hamstring too, so that can linger on. And he's right at what, 64 games? He needs 65 to qualify for postseason awards. He's scared.
And
Right
Chico,
there,
you heard
dog.
it here. Chico, you heard it here first.
Mhm.
When I told y'all that the NBA, the Players Association, were gonna have to push back on that rule. I know they agreed to it at first, but when
Yeah.
you look at how LeBron is not eligible because the games missed, and Wemby is like right there if he missed 1 or 2 more. But LeBron has played more minutes this season than Wemby, even though it's been less games. Like, they got to start being able to factor that in as well. I think
Yeah.
this 65 game threshold needs to have more about minutes played and injuries and when they happen and what kind of injury it was, than just being hard and fast 65 or no eligibility.
Right. Because 65 on a what do you call it? Not work schedule, but damn, just load managing is different from
Mhm.
being injured, at this point,
Yeah.
like Luka or whatever. So yeah, they gotta go back and tweak that a little bit. I think they will after so many guys are being ineligible, like Anthony Edwards, I think is now also. So, they gotta find a way to tweak that though. Because I got a bet
Because
going
by
that
no, because
Wemby gonna win
by,
the MVP.
but that's about to say that by no means do I think LeBron James is MVP this year. I truly don't.
Nah. Okay.
I truly think, Wemby is in that debate, right? But if LeBron is ineligible and has played more minutes than the guy who is eligible, like, what we doing?
Yeah. What we doing, dog? Throw your hands up. Got to find out. So we'll see, man. We're going to talk more about the Lakers, NBA, and everything else on the morning run starting Monday. All right, the top of the week.
No, it's Tuesday.
Monday.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday?
Unless you just want to hop on. Yeah, practice next week is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Unless you want to turn them notification bells on. I guess we'll hop on and talk about the NCAA Final Four and stuff.
Yeah.
So turn the notification bells on.
At the earliest Sunday night, at the latest Monday morning. All right.
Oh, look who walking by right now. My chef.
What's up, Chef?
Chico said, "What's up, Chef?"
My main man.
He said, "What up, Chico?"
Already. Getting the boxes in, getting everything in. Always move. Chef always working behind the scene. People don't see that.
Always.
People just think he could have sent somebody out to get those boxes. No?
You know he could. You know he could have. You know he could have. But he's the hardest working man in the food industry and entertainment business.
That's right. You got to go see him, Unc. I almost said eat some.
Hold
but
on,
nah.
dog.
Anyways.
Hold on, dog. Let me tell you what you don't have to worry about. Is reminding me to go eat. Like you take that off your to-do list.
Well, what we gonna put on our to-do list before we go is we got to rewind it. You feel me? We're gonna stay in our prime and rewind the time. Unc, they have some shampoo that can actually gradually take your beard back to a darker color without taking out all the grays like immediately, just instant. It'll gradually.
He left with boxes and
came
back with tablecloths. Like he don't stop playing, man.
That's
you
right.
don't know about Chef Solomon.
Yeah,
But no,
I'm
telling you, to everybody out there, what is it called? Rewind the time.
Rewind 10. Rewind it 10. Y'all tag them or something in our post.
If they come on, I'm gonna do it.
Y'all want to see Unc with a jet black beard or a nice mocha beard or just even more salt and pepper? Yeah, you might want the mocha. Give me the mocha chocolate. That's what I want. Mocha chocolate for my beard.
You wanted the subtle pink. Not hot pink, but
subtle.
Just a subtle pink.
Holla at us, Fat Joe. Rewind it. Got the best. I don't think y'all in the sports arena anyway. We got the sports arena on lock. Holla at us. UNKandCHICO, badass. Uncle Daily, Big Dog Chico. We got you covered. All right. Hit us up.
Per David Kelly, Little Dog Chico.
Little Dog Chico. You feel me? But whatever it is, as long as that dog is in there and it's consistent, it's going to win. You feel me? Until next time, guys, we're going to get up and up out of here, man. Peace in the Middle East. Shockers in the sky, black fist high, rebel flag. That's them riders, UNKandCHICO. We're going to get up out of here. Peace in the Middle East. Then Danny said Chico is making me feel cold. For real.